Hey all, thank you for being here. We're proceeding with the second workshop for the day. It's going to be held by Pierre, and it's about how to deploy a smart contract on Astar with Ink. Pierre is in the audience, so let me invite him to the stage. For those of you that missed the previous workshop, as always, these are being recorded, and we will be uploading them in roughly 12 hours. So by the time tomorrow morning comes around, you should have the video available in the Hacker Pack. So every time you miss one, please make sure to refer to it. Hey, Pierre.
Hello, guys.
Happy to have you here.
Yes. So today I will just explain how to deploy Ink contracts in two different ways. First one is in using Shibuya and using Contracts UI. And the second one is using Swanky and the direct feature to deploy a contract. So first thing, we will go to Astar portal. And this is something you can do as well. And you will get some Shibuya token. What is Shibuya? Shibuya is a testnet of Astar network. And we will access the faucet. Okay, so for the demo, I will create a new account using Polkadot.js, but you can use any wallet you want. So create a new account. Here I will copy the mnemonic to a block note, and I will use it. I cannot click somewhere else. Sorry. So create new account, copy. I have saved, next. So we will call it Encode now. You set a password. And you add it. I have saved the mnemonic. So here I'm connected to Shibuya in the portal. And I will use I think I need to refresh. So here I will use my Encode Shibuya connect. And of course I have no token, but here you have a small button faucet. So let's click on it and I will get 10 SBY. So there is a little captcha to do. Confirm. You wait a bit, success, and then you wait a bit and you will get 10 Shibuya token. Then you go to Contracts UI. Okay, you will find it on Google, contractsui.substrat.io. And then here you select Astar Shibuya. It will be exactly the same on Shiden and on Astar. It's loading account. And then I have already here, I've created a Swanky project. And there is only one contract. It's a flipper. Okay, so it's a really basic flipper. It uses Ink version 4.2.1. And you can check it's really the basic flipper with a Boolean to constructor, default and new. And you can flip and get the flipper value. Nothing crazy. And then on Astar Shibuya, you click on Add New Contract. I hope it's big enough. Add New Contract. Upload new contract code. Then here you select the address that have some Shibuya. And then you have built it. So you go to target, Ink, flipper. And then here you have the flipper.contract. So you take the flipper.contract and you put it here. You click on next. Then here you choose a constructor. Let's choose a default one. Then you click on next and you click on instantiate. You put your password. And then you wait for the contract to be deployed.
In the meantime, maybe we can address the question that the chat was asking, whether you have the code ready somewhere that can be shared so people can follow along.
So there's two ways to get a flipper. The first thing is using Swanky CLI. So this is the thing I use. So Swanky CLI is like the hard hat for Wasm smart contract. So basically, you can install it using npm. Just go to Swanky CLI here, and then check the README. And then what I did is here Swanky init, and then you can choose different template. I choose Flipper, and then I compile it. Another thing, there is Ink example. It's a repo maintained by the Parity developer. And here you have several example, all really interesting. And here you have the Flipper. So you can also go to Ink example and Flipper. Okay.
Would you mind sharing these links in chat for everyone that's following?
Yes.
And yes, Iman is asking whether there's any ink versions that should be taken into consideration, because we were discussing previously in a previous workshop that versions are, quite tricky to get right, and sometimes there are issues with them.
Yes, for ink version, all time use the latest one or a previous one, but there is no compatibility issue with ink version. The only thing that might be tricky is the ROS version and the cargo contract version. But with Swanky, if you use Swanky, then you will not have this problem. So here now my flipper is on chain, and if I get the value, I get false. And if I want to make it true, I just call the contract. And then it will become true. One thing I want to show you, if we go to Subscan, so it's a block explorer. Let's see what we have done so far. And then you take you copy your address and code Shibuya. So here it was success. So if I get, it will be true. Okay. So here I go here in Subscan, network, Shibuya. Then here I have Shibuya. I can send it here. Then I take my address here, Encode Shibuya. Let's search for it. So here you see you have like almost 10 of balance, but as we have deployed a contract, of course, we have paid some transaction fees. And here you can see there's two different transactions with this address. The first one is contract instantiate with code. So this is a transaction for deploying the contract, and a contract call. So this is where we called flip on the flipper. Let's have a look at contract instantiate. So here you can see that there's asset transfers. There's 3 different transfer. So it might be like, you might ask a question, what is it? So this one, the first one is as you deploy a contract, you deploy some code to the blockchain. So there is a fee per byte for this contract. So, and this it will be created. They will create a new address that will be not controlled. It will just be an address that will get this storage fees. The second one, like really a minimum amount. This is for creating the address of the contract, because every time you deploy a contract, it will create a new address. It's exactly the same in any smart contract network like Ethereum and so on. It creates a new address. And in the parachain, in Astar specifically, and many other parachain, we have what we call existential deposit. So it's a minimum amount to keep the account alive. So this is a really, really small fee. And then the last one is what we call a storage fee. So it's explained in our doc, also in Inkdoc. And basically every time you store something on chain, you will have to pay. So here I just created a Boolean. So this, I just pay this amount of Shibuya token for this storage. And the second transaction, contracts call. So here you can see there's no asset that has been transferred because I haven't deployed anything. I have not added new storage on chain. I just changed a value. So this is not counted as adding new storage on chain. I just have to pay my fees, so my transaction fees. Okay, it's my gas fees. And as you can see, it's really cheap. So here it is the same, would be the same amount as in Astar. So like less than cents. Okay. So this is all if you want to deploy with an UI. The best is Contracts UI. You go to the, I can also give you this address. You go there and you use the faucet, and then you can deploy on Shibuya, and then your contract will be live on the testnet. Now I want to see a bit a more advanced way, I will say, to do so. So here, this is a Swanky project. I just created 2 commands, which is a Swanky init and Swanky compile, where I compile the contract. This is really basic. Please check the README. It will be really easy to do. Now what I will do, I will add the address, the account that with the one that I call faucet, with the one like that has like 9 Shibuya token. So what I do Swanky account create. Okay. Is this the dev account? No, because it's a testnet account. So here I should enter the mnemonic. So I have saved it. And you also need to save it, of course. Okay. So alias, I will call it encode. Enter encryption password. You can put anything you want, and then it's stored in the config. Of course, it will it's hashed, so it's secure, and it will never be pushed to GitHub. Of course, it's part of Gitino. And then, so why it is an advanced way? I won't say it, because if you deploy some contract in production, it's better to do it like this, where it's more secure. And also, if you have many contracts to deploy, every time you have a new version, it's good to have a script, and with that you can create a script, because this is just comments. And then let's use the deploy command, so swanky contract deploy. So here, this is just the command to deploy. Then the contract name. So the contract name is Flipper. The account that I will use, it's Encode. I just named it Encode here. Then the constructor I will call. So here the constructor I will call is default. So you can see it here. So it should be this name, exactly this name. If I call new, it's new, and then you pass the argument. But this one, I don't need to pass any argument. Okay. And then the network. So here the network is Shibuya. And then you can pass some gas fees. So here, just put like a 330K should be enough. Press enter. So I need to enter the password. And I already don't remember the password I have put. Okay. And then connect to the node. Connect it to node. Okay. It's deploying. And contract deployed, and I get the address. So now let's go to subscan again. Okay. And then it will refresh my account. And here you can see 26 seconds ago, the new contract was deployed. And yeah, you can see it here that the new contract was deployed. Really nice. And yeah, that's all. I will check the question, but this is a way to deploy a contract. I think you also have seen, you can also use Polkadot.js UI, but I think this is not the best one. Sometimes it's not like all-time compatible, but you can also use here. You check like the network you want to deploy. You click on switch, you go to developer contract, and here you click on upload and deploy code and just follow the instruction. It's really easy, but Substrate contract UI is really made for it, and it's really all time up to date and really working fine. So I will really recommend using contracts UI.
Any other questions for Pierre?
How long will the created account remain? Infinitely. Like this is a blockchain, so it's basically why this exists. This exists an existential deposit. It's because you should not spam the blockchain with creating new accounts. So we add like a really this is like 0.0001 cent to actually create a new account on chain, and it will hold balance and so on. But this is just to ensure nobody will just create billion of accounts and just spam the network for no economic value. This is just a security. Storage for the account created. No, it's not storage for the account created. It's storage for the smart contract. For alias, this means I'm dealing with alias. Yes, like when you add an account. So here, when you add an account with Polkadot.js, you have the address, and here you have an alias. But this alias is just based on which wallet you use. But if you take this address, private key, mnemonic, and you add it to Swanky, there is no information that you call it Encode Shibuya. So it's just like the name of this account. It's instead of like choosing between like something that does not mean anything, you just use alias, and you can call it, for example, a multi-sig prod, multi-sig Shibuya, multi-sig Astar, or just Astar, or personal, anything you want. Is it similar, near similar to the way we are dealing with Near account? I don't know much about Near, never used it, but I guess this is the same, because this is exactly the same, I think, in any public blockchain that I know. So yeah, this is a non-UI based tool for deployment. Yeah, and yeah, you can also create a script using Polkadot.js, and a really good way to do it is asking ChatGPT. Actually, no kidding. Like, it's just just ask it and hack it around. It will work. Trust me. ChatGPT knows ink.
Knows a lot of stuff apparently. And any I can generate the
Which value? I don't know which value you are talking about. Yes, the script. It's like in any smart contract language, you have like it needs the contract's code, and it needs the metadata, and then you deploy, and it works. Of course, you will have to set up an address that has some fund. So if it's on local, no problem. Alice is here to help. But if it's on Shibuya, then you will have to inject your account that has some fund that is funded to pay for the transaction fees. But I let you. I haven't prepared an example, so it will be homework for you. But I don't think this is the best solution, so that's why I haven't. This is another solution, but for me, this is not the best one.
Maybe to round things off, maybe you can give a couple of examples of like things that you would like to see for the Astar bounty, and maybe some general directions for everyone that wants to build for your bounty.
Yeah, sorry, I haven't checked the bounty. It's only Thomas that checked that, so
Okay.
I don't even know like what she has prepared.
Okay, no worries. Well, yeah, I think all questions are answered. So thank you for this workshop. It's been spot on, really, with and some nice responses to all the questions. And thank you, Iman, for the questions. I hope everything you had in mind was answered properly.
Yes, thank you for the question, Eman. And it not only Eman, also Tail. Thank you for your question as well. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you all, and see you all tomorrow when we will continue with the rest of the workshops for Inc. See you all.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest
Bye.
of your day.